Hi everyone, this is Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School with a Friday update. Beautiful Friday, December. Can you believe it? We're in December. Hope everyone had a great holiday for Thanksgiving. I was traveling and I picked up something. You can probably hear it in my voice. That sometimes is included in the price of airfare. And so I'm feeling okay. Don't have anything too serious in terms of an illness, but it's been a low-key week for me here. But not for everyone else. We have parent-teacher conferences going on today. We had them going on yesterday. People are prepping, kids are prepping for the concert, which is coming up before we break again in mid-December. We have a holiday party. Teachers got their cool new jackets. Check them out. I got one on too. It's got their Synapse swag, which is great. And we're closing out the annual fund, right? We've only got a couple more people left we need to hear from. Thank you, everyone. Great job. And next week, we have a town hall. I'm looking at the calendar, admissions events. I want to really give a shout out to Dana Story and her team in admissions. Wow, they're doing such a tremendous job of telling the story of Synapse to so many people. Our numbers are all up, which is really, really great news. So a lot is happening in the next few weeks before we break again. Sports games too. I can go on and on. Check the newsletter, read the newsletter. There's so much going on there. What I did want to bring to your attention today are just some books that I'm reading. Often parents ask me and teachers ask me, what do I read? Where do I get my information from? And I've got 3 books here that I've started, haven't finished, but I've dug into, and I thought I'd share them with you. One is by Adam Grant, right? Hidden Potential. May, director of SEL, and I went and saw Adam Grant speak in Redwood City the week before break. And this is really on the social science behind achieving great things. And it's a great read, very easy to read. Adam Grant, if you don't know, is at the University of Pennsylvania. He is a podcaster, he's an author, he is a researcher, he's a writer. He's very well spoken, and he's a good storyteller. But it's really a book for parents and for teachers in many, many ways as we look at children and look at people and how do we make sure we see all of their potential, not just the obvious things. And he does have a chapter in here called Mining for Gold about teamwork. And I was going to read a little paragraph here because we work in teams and kids work in teams very intentionally here. We're a project-based learning environment. He says, if we listen only to the smartest person in the room, we miss out on discovering the smarts that the rest of the room has to offer. Our greatest potential isn't always hidden inside us. Sometimes it sparks between us, and sometimes it comes from outside our team altogether. That's where we're hoping kids learn in an environment so infused with projects, teamwork, mixing together, mixing genders, mixing grades. There's a lot to learn by this model. And this is why we think a project-based learning approach steeped in SEL is a very future-oriented way to teach, right? Kids are going to be going off into high schools and colleges, working in teams as well, having to get along with each other, having to hear each other out. In order to solve complex problems, this is going to happen after they leave school as well. Okay, great book, great author too. Second one, is math real? This is going to be a fan favorite in our community, right? How simple questions lead us to mathematics' deepest truths. The author here, Eugenia Chang, is really asking questions, right? Is math real? How do we teach math? Where did math come from? So it's all questions based. But I'm going to read a little piece of it that highlights her perspective, and I think it will really resonate with many of you as well, that math isn't about or simply about right and wrong answers. She says here, the extraordinary thing is that mathematicians often love math for the same reasons that math-phobic people dislike it. They are interested in subtlety and nuance to express and explore what is most interesting about life. Deep down, math isn't about clear answers, but about increasingly nuanced worlds in which we can explore different things being true. That's how we see math. That's what we believe at Synapse. That's why we take a conceptual approach while also making sure kids are up to speed on their skills. But we want kids and adults to look at math as art, math is fun, math is playful, math is a tool to solve problems, not simply something you get right or wrong in order to move up through the system of high school classes. Often it is reduced to that. We don't want our kids leaving Synapse thinking that. We do want them leaving Synapse loving math and having intact a belief that they can do it. So it's really just an affirmation of what we do here. Last book for today, Of Boys and Men by Richard Reeves. I had my coffee on yesterday, Thursday. This came up, and I was really surprised to know that so many of our parents don't realize the data that is exposing and showing this widening gap of achievement, particularly in schools, between girls and boys. I'll just read something from it right here. In every country in the OECD, there are now more young women than young men with a bachelor's degree. As far as I can tell, Richard says, nobody predicted that women would overtake men so rapidly, so comprehensively, or so consistently around the world. So the statistics are there, right? Women are not only outpacing men in bachelor's degrees, they're outpacing them in awards, like valedictorians here in the States. They are grades. Basically, every metric is showing that women are outpacing boys. And I don't think this is a good thing for boys. I don't think it's a good thing for girls either. And so Reeves actually has a chapter on what schools can and should do. And he has some controversial ideas. One is to redshirt the boys. He thinks boys need an extra year in the classroom. He believes that, as the data shows, boys are about a year behind girls in terms of maturation. And he points something out here that is, I've always believed that high school grades, for example, are related to executive functioning skills. One likely reason why girls have higher grades. If boys are going into high school younger than girls and therefore lacking those executive functioning skills, in a traditional high school setting, those who have strong executive functioning do just fine, right? It's just managing the load of work in many of those high school settings. One way to mitigate this, he would say, is to give boys another year. He suggests mandating it for all boys, meaning they should come in, get an extra year of TK. I'm not suggesting that's the answer, but I am suggesting that you read this book because I think it will highlight some issues that are little known to most parents, that we have issues to think about when it comes to boys and men and what it means for schools, for parents, for all genders, by the way, and what it's going to mean for world economies as well. Okay, those are the books, those are the comments, and that's that. Have a great weekend. See you next week.